everyone, and welcome back to our channel English and Beyond. I'm CJ Roy, your teacher, and in today's lesson we are going to learn about kinds of sentences. There are a few kinds of sentences and we are going to learn about each one of them and how to use them. So without wasting any time, let's get started with today's topic. Kinds of sentences. The first one, assertive sentence. First one, assertive sentence. Now this assertive sentence is also known as declarative or statement. I normally use the word statement. It's a statement, I say. So the statement could be either affirmative or negative. That doesn't matter. It could be affirmative, it could be negative, but both are statements. So assertive, declarative, statement. One sentence, three names. Don't get confused. Once again, don't get confused with affirmative and negative. A statement or a declarative sentence or an assertive sentence, all same, could be either affirmative or negative. Clear? First thing first. Next, a sentence that states a fact, an opinion, or information, and it ends with a full stop. So, assertive sentence or a statement simply states an opinion, a fact, or something. And always at the end, we have a full stop. Example, the sun rises in the east. The sun, third person singular, he, she, it, rise, s is added. So the sun rises in the east. We made a statement. We just declared a fact. We just asserted a fact. Right? Next one, I love teaching English. That's what I'm doing now. I love teaching English. I made a statement. I declared something here. I asserted my point. Yes, I love teaching English. Next one, she's not at home. This is a negative one. But okay, I stated something here. She is not at home. So any such kind of sentence, there are so many. So in our daily life, we make statements. Remember, my dear learners, hereafter, probably I would be using statement, because I am used to that. I like to call a statement and not so much assertive or declarative. But please understand, all these three names refer to one thing here. Okay? So it can be affirmative. A statement can be affirmative or negative. Next is interrogative sentence. Next type, second type. First we learned statement. Second, interrogative sentence. To interrogate means to question. So interrogative sentences are, what are they? Simply questions. Any question that you ask, that is an interrogative sentence. So that's why when we learn tenses, I taught you statements. Statements, both affirmative and negative, and then questions. All right. So what is the definition of a question? A sentence that asks a question. You know that. What is question? I don't have to explain. Next, it ends with a question mark. Remember, most of us fail to or simply forget to put that correct punctuation mark, be it the full stop or comma, question mark, particularly full stop and question mark, exclamatory mark, the ending punctuation marks, very important. Many of us conveniently forget that, which is a big mistake. I consider it as a grave mistake, a serious mistake. Okay, so please take care. If you're asking a question, if you're writing a question, whether it is what type question or yes, no type question, which we learned earlier, remember, you need to put a question mark at the end. That's very important. So example, where do you live? I live. Simple present, where do you live? Did she call you? Are you coming today? Question, any question. Begins with helping verbs or words like what are you doing? Are you doing? Any question. Any question is a question. We call such questions interrogative sentences. Next one, third one, imperative sentence. Imperative. Next time when you hear this word, don't get panic. Simply it means commands and requests. You know, we command or we order, okay, or else we request people to do something. So such kind of commands or requests or orders we call imperative sentence. That's a third type. So what's the definition? A sentence that gives a command, a request, or advice, okay, or an instruction. So it's not always command and order. Not always. It could be an advice, it could be a suggestion, it could be an instruction, or it could be any request that you make. So that is imperative sentence. It usually ends with a full stop, just like statements. Imperative sentences also ends with a full stop, but can have an exclamation mark sometimes. Exclamatory mark I have given there, exclamatory mark. We could have that also at times for strong commands, means really you are exclaiming or expressing your emotion so powerfully if you feel. And then for imperative sentences also, you could, according to the meaning you want to generate, you can put an exclamatory mark or else full stop most of the time. Example, sit down. It's my order. It's my instruction. Sit down. I may be shouting. I may be sit down. Whatever. Sit down. And in imperative sentences, normally we do not use the subject. We drop the subject. When I say sit down, what do I mean? You sit down. That's the meaning. Please close the door. It's a request. Please close the door. Okay. You please close the door. No need to say, because you is understood. So we don't use it. So remember, imperative sentences, most of the time, we drop the subject. And mostly what would be the subject? It's a see, when you give an instruction, it is to the next party right in front of us. So it will be second person, singular or plural. Right. Next, don't make noise. It's an instruction. Maybe you could take don't make noise. The tone, my tone communicates the meaning clearly. So don't make the noise. So, but I have put an exclamatory mark. Why? Because it expresses my emotion. No, it's a different meaning I would like to communicate. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a walk. Subject you is usually understood, and then we don't use it. Next one, fourth one. So what are the things we learned? First, we learned statements or declarative, assertive, other names. Then interrogative, questions. Then imperative, commands and requests. And the fourth one, exclamatory sentence. What are exclamatory sentences? Sentences that express our emotions and feelings so powerfully. Okay. Definition: a sentence that expresses strong emotion or surprise. And it always ends with an exclamatory mark. The very name of that sentence is exclamatory. So it is understood. It should end with an exclamatory mark, not a full stop or question mark. Example: what a beautiful day it is. I'm exclaiming. Maybe, not maybe, beautiful shows that I am very excited, very happy. So with lots of joy, I am exclaiming, what a beautiful day it is. Exclamatory mark. Next, how silly I was. I made a stupid mistake. Then I'm telling you how silly I was. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, with regret maybe, or with sadness maybe. Okay. Next, alas, is no more. Alas is somebody who has died, is no more. Is alas. Strong, powerful exclamation in English to express our deep sorrow. Alas, he is no more. Often starts with what? So exclamatory sentences, and there are two ways of starting. One is with what, other one is with how. So what a beautiful day it is. How silly I was. Now, if you really want to know when to put what, when to put how, I'll just explain very briefly. You take the first example here. What a beautiful day it is. So what we are using here. And afterward, what comes? A beautiful, an adjective comes beautiful. And after the adjective, we have a noun, day. So adjectives qualify a noun, gives quality to noun, day. What kind of day? Beautiful day. So when we have an adjective and a noun is also mentioned, then we use what? What a lovely girl she is. Lovely girl. What a beautiful piece of music that is. So, okay, that is or it is. Exclamatory mark. Second example, you see how silly I was. Okay, so here there is no specific how silly I is there, but how silly I was, there is no particular noun that comes here. like how cold it is. Okay, but what a fantastic it is. No, how fantastic it is, but what a fantastic match it is or it was. You're getting that difference there. I suppose you are getting it. So let me tell you. What I'm using what a fantastic, after fantastic, which is an adjective, I am using a noun. What a fantastic match it was. Match between India and South Africa. Cricket. What a fantastic match it was. Okay. Or else how fantastic the match was. That way. Now here, how fantastic the match was. I'm sure you're getting it. Think about it. You will understand. Next is a comparison table. Very quickly, you can take a screenshot and see what's the purpose of assertive sentence. It's a statement, okay, or fact or opinion, and it ends with a full stop. He is a good student is a statement. He is not a good student is also a statement. Interrogative, always asking a question, ends with a question mark. Have you finished your work? How have you finished your work so fast? Okay, question mark. Imperative means command, request, or a suggestion. It could be. It ends with full stop or sometimes exclamatory mark as well. So full stop and then exclamatory mark also times. Open the window, full stop. Don't shout, exclamatory mark. Okay. Next is exclamatory. In exclamations, we express strong feelings, emotion. Always ends with exclamatory mark. For example, what a wonderful surprise. This surprise is noun. What a wonderful surprise it was. I hope it is clear. Now, let's wind up this class with some exercises. Identify the sentence type. This is interesting. Please pass me the salt. What kind of sentence? Is it statement, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory? And you know it is imperative. Why imperative? It's a request. Please pass. You, please pass. You, we are not used. Next is, what a magnificent view this is. What a magnificent view. Definitely exclamatory. Are you joining us for dinner tonight? Are you joining us for dinner tonight? What is it? Question. So interrogative. Next, I don't believe this story at all. I don't believe this story at all. This is simply assertive or statement or declarative. Close the door quietly. It's a command or an instruction. So it is, yes, imperative. How foolish of me to forget her birthday. I forgot her birthday. I regret. So I say, how foolish of me to forget her birthday. It is exclamatory. Simple enough. Yes, friends, that was the 4 kinds of sentences. Now, I'm sure you will be able to identify a sentence and say this belongs to statement, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory. That was my purpose here, at least, and you know how to make use of this one. In the next video, we will learn how to interchange these kinds of sentences. For example, how to change one sentence from assertive to question, that is interrogative, to exclamatory, is interchange. It's not that easy. You really have to think about it. So prepare yourselves for the next video. But in the meantime, I believe you enjoyed this session because you got complete knowledge of the different kinds, 4 types or kinds of sentences that we have. Okay, and if you enjoyed this session, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel English and Beyond. And don't forget to tap the bell icon so that you will not miss our next class. Till we meet again in the next video, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep growing with English and Beyond. Thank you for watching and take care.